Hey everyone, it's Megan and today I'm going to do a completely drugstore back to school makeup tutorial, and I'm really excited about this because I did 2 back to school makeup tutorials last year and I'll link those below if you want to check those out. But this year I have completely different products and I'm just really excited to share this with you guys. And I think the best part is that you're only going to need 2 brushes for the whole look and the rest are just like the makeup products and stuff. So I'm going to start out with my eyeshadow and I'm going to use this Rimmel Glam Eyes Quad in Afternoon Tea, which is one of their new eyeshadow quads, and this is just a really nice quad for around $4 that has 2 matte colors, the top color and the bottom color, and then the 2 side colors are shimmery. And you can do so many different looks with this because there are a variety of colors. I'm just going to do a look sort of integrating all of the colors just to show you guys how you could do it. And the only eyeshadow brush that I'm going to use is the $1 e.l.f. Professional Blending Brush. And I think if you are to buy one eyeshadow brush, it should be this one because it's only $1. And we're also going to use the little sponge tip in here. So the first color I'm going to use is the lightest color. And I'm just going to get that on my brush and put this in the inner corner and on the inner part of my lid. And this makeup look is good for anyone, really. I just thought it would be a great time to do a back to school look because I know a lot of people start school in mid-August going into late August, so I thought this would be a good time. So then I'm going to take this sort of like, I don't know, mauvey taupey brown and put this on lightly onto the rest of my eye. And if you get too much, you can wipe off your brush and then just blend that out. And so this brush really does like all the work for you. All you have to do is like sweep it around in windshield wiper motions and it's basically like gonna come out pretty good. So I'm also really impressed with these eyeshadows. Last year I did my tutorials using Wet n Wild shadows, but I thought I would mix it up and use this one because I've been really impressed with this quad, and I think, like I said, it's awesome that it has matte colors as well because you don't see that a lot in drugstore palettes. Usually they don't have both matte and shimmer. So you could leave it as that, but I'm going to add this light brown, the matte light brown, and just put this in my crease leading up to the brow bone. And I don't have like a specific age range that this is good for because I know people start wearing makeup at different times and this might be too much makeup for one person of a certain age, but then it's just the right amount for another person, or it's not enough. So I don't know, however old you are, or whatever grade you're going into, I think that you could use these products and adapt it to what your look is or what you want to do. So that's why I picked the products that I did. Okay, so that's all that I'm going to do on the lids. And now I'm going to take the little sponge tip, which I always keep just in case I want to do something like this, and take the darkest color. The sponge tip on this one has like a bigger side and then a skinnier side. And I'm taking the skinnier side and putting it into the top color, just the tip of this like matte dark color. And then I'm going to use this as a liner on my upper lash line. And I chose to do this instead of getting a eyeliner because I remember eyeliner, especially when I was in high school, that was like the most annoying piece of makeup because it would always smear no matter what I did. It would like get in the inner corners of my eyes and I just really didn't like how it looked at the end of the day. So I found that with shadows, it's much easier for it to stay looking nice even if it fades because it doesn't like transfer all over your eye and look all smudgy and weird. So that's how I would do my shadow as eyeliner. Some people would do it like a lot thinner, but I like it a little bit like more smoky. So that's just a tip because I always like hated having to deal with like pencil eyeliner, and I wasn't good at liquid liner, so I didn't think that this would be a good tutorial to use liquid liner in because I know it takes practice to do, but eyeshadow, it's pretty much foolproof. So then you can just take your finger and like rub over it just in case there's any like really stark lines. So that's all I'm going to do in this palette. You could do a little bit of a brow bone highlight. I guess I'll do that. I don't always do a brow bone highlight, but just right under your arch. Okay. So that's all for this quad, and as you can see, it's like a nice, to me this is a nice daytime look, but then you could also really deepen it up using this one eyeshadow palette into a bunch of different looks. And they have one on the back, like a little tutorial on here using the darkest color under your eye, so like as a smoky eye. So this is a great palette, I think, if you're either starting out with makeup or you just think that this palette looks like something that would fit into your collection or your style, because it's really awesome. And I'm going to do mascara later, so I'm going to use my base, and I wasn't sure what like product to use as my like foundation or like face product. So I picked two and I'm going to mix them together. I have the Revlon Photo Ready BB cream, and I have it in number 10 light, and this has SPF 30. And I also have the Wet n Wild Cover All Cream Foundation, and this is also in light. So this one is a much heavier coverage foundation, and this one is like a BB cream or a tinted moisturizer, so much lighter. And when I mix them together, it gives me a little bit more coverage than just the BB cream on its own, but I really don't want full coverage for me personally. So mixing them together is perfect. And they're both from the drugstore, so I think you can get both of these probably less than $10 total. So I'm just going to put a little squeeze of each on the back of my hand. And they're both a cream consistency, so they're easy to like mix together. And they both have a squeezy tube, which would make it really easy in mornings when I'm really rushed and stuff to like use them. And so like I said, I'm just blending them together and then putting them on my face. Just with my fingers, because I think putting foundations on with my fingers for the most part is the best way that I've found to put on face products, because you can really like feel where you're putting it, and you're not relying on a brush to make sure that it gets every little crevice, and it also heats out the product. So if the product is a little bit harder to work with, like these are really easy to blend, but some face products are harder to blend and harder to work with. So the heat of your fingers, your body heat, whoa, let's just stab myself in the eye, it helps like maneuver the product around your face. And I really think fingers are the best way to apply foundation, and it's also the cheapest because you don't have to buy any extra tools because you already have your hands. So like you can see, it gives a natural coverage, and I have this pesky pimple under my eye that won't really get covered up with this mixture, but I like my skin showing. I don't like a really heavy coverage. So to me, this is a nice coverage, and you are able to build it up. And when I want extra coverage, I sort of pat my foundation into my skin, because I have most of my discoloration on my cheeks, and so I like to put a little extra coverage there. So I just sort of pat it in as opposed to like blending it like in circular motions. I just pat it, but then blend the edges. So I'm not going to add a powder, but if you want to, you can. There's a lot of good drugstore powders. I don't buy powder a lot, so I don't have any to show you, but I know that some of the ones that are really like highly reviewed and very much talked about on YouTube and blogs are the Rimmel Stay Matte, the L'Oreal True Match like powder compact, and the Revlon Nearly Naked. I've heard that those are good powders, and also there's one by Maybelline that's like Dream Matte, I think, and I've heard those talked about a lot, and they're all at the drugstore. So now I have my foundation on, and I'm going to move into doing a little bit of bronzer, and I'm going to use the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder in Sunny. And this was my first bronzer. I used this in my first year of college, and it's just really nice because it's a matte bronzer, so you can use it to shape your face a little bit by contouring if you are comfortable doing that, or you can just use this all over your face as like a bronzer just to bronze up your skin. And so for the bronzer and my blush, I'm going to use this e.l.f. Kabuki brush, and I think if you were to buy one face brush, it should be a Kabuki brush. It doesn't matter what brand it's from. The e.l.f. one is awesome because it's only $6, and I've had this for countless years and it's still in amazing condition. And you can really like shape a Kabuki brush and like change it and use a hair tie to change the density of the bristles. So if you like applying your foundations with a brush, or if you just want to try it, you can put your foundation on your face and then use a Kabuki brush with a hair tie to make it denser to buff it out. So I'm just going to use mine, not really dense, but sort of shape it in this sort of a shape, so sort of like longer. And I'm just going to tap it into the bronzer and then put it right at the backs of my cheekbones, up into my hairline. So I'm not really contouring, I'm just sort of bronzing. And as you can see, when you like move it, it sort of loses its shape. So you can reshape it for the next side and then just tap it in again and do the same thing. And I just think this bronzer, it's between $3 and $4, and it's a really nice product to have because, like I said, you can use it as both to contour and to bronze because it's that really nice matte formulation, and it's really, really good even though it's really inexpensive. And for the blush, I'm going to use this Jordana blush in Coral Sandy Beach, and this is a $3 blush that's amazing. And I'm going to use my Kabuki brush and just sort of get it a little bit denser but not too dense, and just tap my brush in because this is pretty pigmented, this blush, and then just put it on the apples of my cheeks and sweep up into my cheekbone. So on the same side, on the other side. And I'm going to do a 3-minute makeup challenge because when I'm getting ready at school for either classes or work, I really don't have a lot of time, and I think that going back to school is when you really want to look nice in a short amount of time. So I'm going to do that challenge for you guys in the upcoming weeks, probably next week or like next weekend. But I'm really excited about it and I'm kind of nervous. But that's all for the face that I'm going to do. And now I'm going to put on my mascara, and this is the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. This is my favorite mascara, and I just think if you want really quick and easy lashes and you like big voluminous, like really volumized and not subtle lashes, this is the perfect mascara for you. I have not found a mascara that I enjoy more than this one because it's just so easy and it gives me the perfect lashes every time. And there are tons of other drugstore mascaras that I really like. I like the Maybelline Great Lash Big Mascara and the Revlon Grow Luscious, that's really good too. and the Almay Get Up and Grow. And those are all volumizing mascaras. That's my personal lash style. It's what I like. So if you like really natural lashes, I'm not the person to give you a recommendation because I don't really like mascaras that do that. But there are a ton of mascaras in the drugstore that are pretty inexpensive that you can try out to figure out what type of lashes you do like. But these are just the kind I like. And if you ever like mess up and get too much, you can always just take a Q-tip and sort of fix your lashes. And usually I get it like all over my face. Today I didn't, so that was pretty impressive. But yeah, this mascara is a must-have for me, and I've used this since high school, so I really, really love it. And this is the one thing that I copied from my tutorials last year, but the Maybelline Baby Lips are definitely my favorite lip products, especially for the price. These are around $2.99 at most places, and I'm going to use the one in Melon Mania, which unfortunately was limited edition, but it's just like a pink color. They have all sorts of different colors. Now they have an electro collection, which is really awesome. But if you don't want any color, the one in Peppermint has SPF and it's just clear, which is great to keep in your pocket or in your backpack or in your purse. Of course, you can put the colored one in your purse if you want to, but whatever you want to do, the Baby Lips are awesome. They smell good and they're moisturizing as well as the color ones, giving a little bit of color to your face. So this is my natural pretty natural all drugstore back to school makeup tutorial, and I really hope you guys like this. I love the finish of everything that it gives, and this is definitely products and a look that I would use if I was in high school, or now that I'm in my last year of college. I would totally do this, and I think it's just really good products at really good prices, that even if you're not looking for like back to school makeup, if you're just looking for makeup in general, I really recommend all these products. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you have any back to school like requests or anything, leave me those below, and if you have done back to school makeup tutorials, leave them as a video response because I'd love to see them. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys really soon. Bye!